Here we go then, our first match of 2017 in the commentary box. John Rawling and Vassos Alexander.
So the top seed for the second year running against a debutant half his age, hoping to kick things off with a major upset. Glenn Durrant from Middlesbrough has made a habit in the past couple of years of losing classics. Martin Adams beat him 6-5 in the semis in 2015. Last year he lost 5-4 to Scott Waits in the quarters. Mind you, Duz has never lost in round one here. His 23-year-old opponent, Nick Kenny, told me backstage a moment ago that he is feeling no nerves. I wonder if that's still the case, Nick. He does have nothing to lose and an awful lot to gain. It's England against Wales. It's the first to 3 sets, and each set the best of 5 legs. A break after 2 and 4 sets. We're underway.
Bookies have got Glenn Durrant as a red-hot favourite for this match. 5-1 on, they're quoting him, and 11-8 to win the tournament outright. Will it be his year, I wonder?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First set, first leg. It's Nick to throw first. Game on.
Lakeside 2017. We are go. We expect 21,000 darts to be thrown this week. Those are the first 3.
Glenn Durrant has been in terrific form this year, picking up titles for fun, including recently the World Masters. Is he going to now at last get the big one that's eluded him, which is one of the vagaries of the BDO sport at the moment? He has been world number 1, but he's not been able to get over the line yet in the big one.
It's about time I won it, he said to me backstage, and there are a few who disagree with that.
Everybody else, I guess.
140.
Plenty of fancy dress here as ever. People getting into the
60.
Party spirit, and the old regular punters as well.
So Nick Kenny with the darts in this
60.
Opening leg of the match, the opening leg of Lakeside 2017. He'll hope to leave himself on a finish. But it is Glenn Durrant who has the chance to win the first leg in style.
167.
This will be his best ever checkout at Lakeside if he were to do it. It's still on. Treble 19 he wants. He's got it. Bullseye for 167.
What
a start! What a dart! 167. Superb, Glenn Durrant.
Second leg, Glenn.
What a way to start the match.
Game on.
How about that? A 167 from Glenn Durrant.
100.
There's every chance, you know, that won't be bettered all week.
Well, there's only one checkout which can improve it. 170, of course, is the maximum. And that was brilliant finishing from Durrant.
Well, there was the year that Ted Hankey won the title with a 170 checkout. Start with a 167,
99.
end with a 170.
Wearing the Middlesbrough kit as ever is Glenn Durrant. They're playing Sheffield Wednesday tomorrow, Middlesbrough. No doubt he'll be finding a way to keep absolutely in touch with that one. He is an avid smoggy.
77.
Well, he said it's a big honour to open the tournament. He said he's got the devil on one shoulder saying to him he could be out before the tournament starts. But on the other hand, if he wins, are we going to get our first maximum? We are!
180.
Nick Kenny with the first maximum of Lakeside 17. On the other hand, said Glenn, if he does win, he's got 4 days off, he can enjoy the darts and enjoy the football.
96.
Inevitably
Nicky
a nervy
require
one.
56.
Kenny, you could say, in a way, has nothing to lose. He's the big outsider for this one, but he's an emerging talent. Winning the International Open and the Jersey Open this year.
Kenny.
And got good scalps on the way to that. Beat Tony O'Shea in the final of the International. Also came through against some other good players before finishing against Paul Harvey in the Jersey Open. So he has got some good scalps.
Both legs so far have gone against the throw.
100.
First of 3 sets, a reminder each set is the first of 3 legs.
Number 1 seed has gone out 8 times in round 1. There'll be people at home watching who
58.
probably have those stats at their fingertips. I'll give a little pause on that one so you can think about it and then tell you the result of that a little bit later on.
140.
They're mostly very big names as well, aren't they?
Absolutely.
$137.
Switching downstairs for that treble 19.
$45. $98.
They're fairly deliberate in style, not flashing around the board like some.
60.
Durrant in with a good chance if he gets a 140 here, another break of throw. Ton would be handy. Yeah, he can do with a treble now.
97.
Just about
Nicky
giving him the
require
advantage.
156.
Can't be done now, so Durrant, fresh from his 167.
100.
With a chance to take out
Glenn, you require 111.
111.
You'd be thinking of near bagatelle. How about that? Tops for 111.
91. Nicky require 56.
This is a big dart.
Game
And that's
shot
an
on the
important
third
one,
leg.
and he knows it. Look at the reaction.
Nick Kenny. Fourth leg, Glenn to throw first. Game on.
Those number 1 seeds who've lost 8 times in round 1. One Eric Bristow in 78 and 82. John Lowe in 80.
40.
Steve Beaton, 94-95. Wolfie, Martin Adams in 97. Raymond Van Barneveld in 2000 when he lost in that first round, and James Wilson in 2015. That's the 8 times it's happened.
Back in the ribbon goes Nick Kenny. He's in the lead in this match and he seems to be enjoying himself up on that stage, starting a leg with a 180. Lakeside holds its breath.
60.
Hasn't seen a 9-dart leg for goodness knows how long.
That's his second maximum. Durrant yet to find one. Kenny at the moment averaging into 3
60.
figures. He's over the 100 mark just about. 101 he's averaging at the moment, as opposed to just short of 97 for Glenn Durrant.
Good standard for round 1.
95.
It's on the look of an interesting match, this one. Kenny, as I said earlier, Vassos with kind of nothing to lose, and he makes a big statement if he can get
100.
through here. Beat Martin Phillips and Scott Mitchell on the way to that international title in Blackpool. Beating Tony O'Shea in the final.
And he'll have a
58.
chance to
Nicky
win the first set right here.
161.
He's got 6 darts for it if he wants them. Could do it in 3. No, he's decided not to go for it.
It's probably sound thinking. There's no point
81.
leaving it in a bit of a pickle unnecessarily, and that's not a bad leave. Plenty of pressure, though.
140.
Turn 40 makes this 80 a little bit more pressured. Double 10.
Game
Good
shot on the
finish.
first set.
And taking the opening
Nick
set.
Kenny.
The underdog is ahead. 1-0. First to 3,
Second set,
taking the
first
place in the
leg,
next
Glenn
round.
to throw first. Game on.
He's never really been under pressure in round 1, Glenn Durrant. 3 matches so far at this
100.
stage at Lakeside. He's only lost 1 set so far. Wonder if he's still thinking about that dart at double top to break in the third
100.
leg and take a 2-1 lead. That miss has been punished.
See a bit of pressure there under Glenn Durrant. He's had a fantastic year. Those 8 tournaments around the globe.
96.
Denmark, the England Open, European Open, Swedish Open, English Masters, British Classic, the World Masters and the Finder Darts Masters in Holland. That's this year. Look at this again from Kenny.
140.
Excellent from him, but Durrant, trust me, is under a bit of pressure here, and he's crumbled before on this stage. He won't want reminding about the way he unravelled against Scott Waits last year.
123.
Forced himself to watch that match back to see what went wrong.
He had darts for it for a 5-2. He had a bull for 5-2, and then Scott just
26.
reeled off leg after leg and ultimately squeezed him out.
Also lost a classic in the semi-finals against Martin Adams back in 2015. He's watched that one back as well. Why didn't I win that?
Great game that was. Great game. There is a whisper in the sport, and Glenn probably won't like hearing it, but there's a whisper in the sport that if he doesn't get ahead, sometimes
80.
he's not quite the same player. He's a good guy and a brilliant guy when he's on top,
52.
but behind, maybe not quite the same. He could do with taking this out.
Game shot on the
darts.
first leg. Glenn Durrant. Second leg, Nick.
He's
to
done what's
throw
required
first.
in the first leg of this second set. Break at the end of this set, remember?
55.
Former Welsh champions, Leighton Rees in the inaugural BDO World Championship 1978, Richie Burnett and Mark Webster. Had to come, it's his first maximum.
120.
And it comes after Nick Kenny scored just 55 in his first visit, but how about this?
140.
Nice riposte.
He really isn't feeling any nerves, or if he is, he's not showing them, Nick Kenny, on debut at Lakeside.
Is Durrant moving into top gear now? That's 5 of them. And that's 6 of them. 3 out of 9. Durrant is on the 9-darter. 141 required for the perfect leg of darts.
139.
Can he do it?
Lenny require
Wow.
141.
What a start. Needs the treble 20 to start. Has to regather now, make sure he wins the leg.
48. Nicky require
Now 167
167.
for Kenny. Durrant's already done this. Treble 20 his first start. He's got it. Treble 19. Oh, just slow. Just dragged it south of the wire.
99.
So, big one for Durrant now.
Lenny require 93.
Probably start with a bullseye. 18 for bullseye, or treble leaves double 7. Double 7 he wants.
79.
So 68
Nicky
required
requires 68.
for the youngster from Cumbran to go back level. Double 18.
50.
No, sir.
Glen you require 14.
Pressure on this.
Game shot on the second leg.
We'll settle him down a bit. Just a little bit of a buffer in this second set now.
Third leg, Glen to throw first. Game on.
You don't want to lose a leg where you started ton 80, ton 80.
You probably didn't know that in my decade plus of darts commentating, I've never actually been in a commentary chair where the 9 dart has been done, so maybe that put the hex on him. Everybody else but me.
60.
Don't you worry, John, I've been in this chair for a while as well, and I've never seen one either.
$100. $100.
Really good standard to start this
60.
championship.
Yeah, good solid performances from both men.
The checkout percentage is not shabby either.
100.
It's Nick Kenny, the debutant, who has his nose in front, but
Durrant is with a chance to close this set out. It looks as though he's going to get first dip. He will do now.
100.
So 141 he wants, having had 2 maximums. Couldn't do it when he was going for his 9 darter. Let's see if he can do it now. Treble 20 is first, and he's missed it. So Kenny will get the chance now to pull a leg back. Same total required.
65. Nick, you require 141.
extend the set. Treble 19 leaves double 12. He'll probably go for treble 10 now and finds it. Good last dart. Pressure on the 76.
So 76 Durrant for 3-0. Oh, that's a good first dart. Double 8. Oh, just the wrong side of the wire. Couldn't have been any closer.
Nicky require 32.
2 16s for the 23-year-olds. Yes.
Game shot on the third leg. Nick Kenny. Fourth leg, Nick.
Well, that was a big dart,
first.
and if Glenn does find a way of losing this match, he's going to look back at that one and say, why on earth couldn't I have found that? That was a key moment in the match so far. How relevant 55. It's going to be to the outcome remains to be seen.
Missed 2 darts at double 8. So that was a leg against 99. The darts from Nick Kenny. He holds here, and then Glen Durrant is under pressure.
140.
Tell you that was a little bit unlucky as he just jogged up to the board to get that dart out before it fell to the floor. Just kissed off the barrel, looked as though it was heading for a maximum.
100. $96.
Well, he's not on a finish, Kenny, as yet. Oh, good dart. Just a wee bit unlucky. Looking for the second treble 18 there.
Well, he'll be first to a finish, Nick Kenny, but he could do with a treble.
59.
He's a little bit unlucky with the cover shot. There's Nick's girlfriend, Kimberly, watching on. Now, the #1 seed, trying to set it up. Great first dart. Plenty of room, could do with another. And he's found it, good dart.
140. Nicky require 151.
Yes, so treble 17. Treble 14 with the last start, yes.
119.
But
So
here's 76
Then
for
you
the set.
require
See
76.
if Durrant can take this one out. Oh, that's a loose one. 25 now would leave him bullseye. Bullseye then. Well, that would have been for the
36.
set.
Nicky
Another one
requires
missed.
32.
Minimal adjustment. He thought he got that one. Along the oche he goes. Not easy.
16.
3 set
Then you
darts
require
missed
40.
so far from Glenn Durrant. He's got 3 more in his hand. Last chance.
Game
Yes,
shot on the
there
second
it is.
set. Glenn Durrant.
Glenn Durrant with a bit of nerves, but he's levelled this match at 1 set all, the top seed. He's in a game. Nick Kenny's enjoying his debut on the Lakeside stage. We are back after this break.
Darts World Championship. #1 seed Glenn Durrant is back on level terms with a young man who is showing he's not overawed by the stage or the opponent. Nick Kenny playing well at the moment, Paul.
Yeah, played brilliant in that first set. I think he scored better than Glenn Durrant in that first set, but Glenn came back really well, showed a bit of character in that second set, so hits 1-1.
OK, let's hand straight back to your commentators, John Rawling and Vassos Alexander.
What a good game we've seen so far. Glenn Durrant looked as though he was wobbling a little bit in that last set, and Kenny had the pressure on him. Durrant had darts to take the set, and he struggled more than once. 4 out of 12 he's had so far, but eventually managed to get the set back, and so we're back on level terms, and Kenny with the darts. Remember, first of 3 taking a place in the next round. The #1 seed against this young challenger who doesn't seem at all fazed by being up there on the lakeside stage.
Nick Kenny told me he's staying all weekend, whatever the outcome, and will return for the final. But the plan, of course,
60,
is to stick around all week and reach the final. I think when he said that, he believed it was possible.
59.
Absolutely, why be here if not? You've got to have belief in yourself.
Missed those 5 darts for the second set, did Glenn Durrant, but he wasn't punished. Found the double top when he needed it.
100.
Glenn Durrant's father out there in the auditorium talked about it being a family occasion. There's a little gaggle of the Middlesbrough posse. Good darts, third maximum.
130.
But he's under the cosh, isn't he, Durrant?
Yeah, his third maximum, but still way behind in this opening leg of the third set.
100.
So Kenny 72.
He requires 72.
Decent lead from Durrant. No, he's got the 8, so he's looking 14 for Bull, maybe. Oh, goodness me, he's missed it. Shoved it in the 9.
32.
That is a bad opportunity lost.
Glenn, you require 120.
Shanghai on the 20s. Treble, single, double. So needs the treble now. Kenny will be back for tops.
And you could see him behind Glenn Durrant trying to rev himself up because he knows this is so important now with Durrant on 32. Oh dear, double 10, tension. Palpable, and that's a big miss. Double 10 as he works his way left along the oche, and a good dart.
First leg.
Good dart indeed.
Kenny. Second leg, Glenn to throw first. Game on.
I don't think Glenn thought that last dart was going in double 10.
I'm not totally sure that Nick Kenny thought it was. It only just snuck in, didn't it?
140.
He's got about 20 with him, Nick Kenny from Cambran, and they'll be on their feet. That's his third maximum.
He's really trying to psych himself up, is Nick, behind Durrant.
97.
And he's completed the first maximum in this leg, in this set rather.
100.
One of the great champions of years gone by is sitting in the audience and was chatting happily in the players' room earlier. Always lovely to see him here.
140.
There he is, the big lad, Andy Fordham. Great character, still very much loved by the darting community.
97. Glenn, you require 124.
So to hold his throw. Treble 14 for double 11, a single leaves the bull.
99.
Moved the wire, didn't he? Now,
Mickey require 124.
Kenny will be trying to do similarly. 124 for the break of throw. Looking at treble 18, he's taken it for bullseye for 124.
99. Lenny required 25.
So single 9. Double 8 for 1 apiece. Double 4.
21.
Where is the finishing, Glenn?
Mickey
Where is the
requires
finishing?
25.
It's all looking just a wee bit jittery, isn't it, from Glen Durrant? Double 8 then for 2-0. Just the wrong side of the wire, minimal adjustment. It's got to be a good marker, that one.
9. Lenny require 4.
Yes.
Game shot on the second leg.
I didn't
Glen Durrant. Third leg, Nick.
think he'd be back. He didn't think he'd be back, but he was. Takes out double 2. And we are all square.
100.
Important dart that was. Nick Kenny looked as though he was going to take the leg, but ultimately didn't, and you saw the anguish on the face of his dad watching on.
$96.
So many of these players have friends and family here, and of course living every moment with the guys as they try their very best
60.
up there on the stage. That's the Viking family. $123. Had a gentleman in a nice pink dress there, just behind the players.
59.
He's effectively nicked the darts here, Glen Durrant.
100.
He hasn't left a finish.
There's Mike, Nick's dad. Come on, he shouts. He's not sitting too cleverly.
45.
Can't squeeze it in. Oh dear, dear, dear.
Glenn knows he has 6 darts from 182.
Break of throw to be as well.
100.
New to darts, of course, that's in darts play. It's almost like a break of serve. If you take it against the throw, against the man who throws first, it's kind of an advantage seized.
125. Lenny require 82.
First one at the bullseye. So 17 leaves double top. For a break of throw, and to take the lead again.
Third leg. Glen Durrant.
He's not led, Glen Durrant,
Glen to throw first.
since a 1-6-7 checkout in the opening leg of the tournament. But the top seed has his nose in front. And those who know Glen Durrant know he's dangerous when he's ahead.
121.
If you're just joining us, just a reminder, Glen Durrant was quoted as the 11-8 against favourite to win this title before the match began.
140.
After his brilliant year, now needing the big one.
140.
Back to back. Another 140.
Oh, he's not being overawed, is he, Nick Kenny?
Ton 40 here, though, had served Durrant well if he could find another one. It's not sitting too brilliantly. And paying the price. Maybe the switch would have been 40. A good idea before. Kenny's maximum there.
Well, that score of 40 means Glenn hasn't left a finish.
121's one of the better ones of the 3-figure checkouts. So Durrant just trying to apply the pressure, put the squeeze on. looking for another treble 20 to leave 60, and he's got it.
140. Nicky require 121.
Well, this 1-2-1 needs to be taken out, or Durrant comes back with just 60 points separating
45.
him and the set.
So
Nicky
here he goes then,
requires
60 required to go 2-1 ahead in sets. 20, his first dart, tops now. Beautifully done. That's more like the Glen Durrant we know. And now he leads it. Another set in the bag, and he's ahead 2-1, only one more needed.
Fourth set, first leg, Glen to throw
Right
first.
in the centre of the target.
Game on.
And he has the darts in this fourth set. So he'll be breathing more easily. Susan, his wife, we saw in the crowd, she'll be breathing more easily.
100.
You would fancy him from here.
If you're on the in-play wages, I suspect that you get a very good return on young Mr.
82.
Kenny at the moment. He's had a good night out. Nice solid back-to-back tons for Durrant.
$134.
Great cover shots. Seems to be performing with greater comfort now. I said earlier that Glen sometimes doesn't quite look the same when he gets behind. Now he's back in front, and you can see that confidence flowing
60.
through him.
Then you require
161 required for
161.
first blood. Treble 20.
Well, he didn't need to go for it, but you suspect he would have done had that first treble 20 found the target. He'll be back for 56.
Young fella's feeling it a little bit. Now then, Glen Durrant
56.
requiring 56 to take the first leg in this set. Double top. Double 10 now. That was missed by a sizable distance. You can see the look of disgust on his face.
46.
And again.
Nicky require 170.
Nope. So Glen will be back for double 5.
60.
Hadn't missed a
Then you
double
require 10.
in 3 legs.
7 out of 20 overall. He's got to
Game
now make
Sullivan's
that
first
8 out
leg.
of 21.
Glen Durrant.
Durrant goes
Second
ahead
leg,
in what for him could be
first.
the winning set.
Confident double 5, wasn't it?
Right.
Come on, he says to himself.
82.
Does the trick. That was a good cover in 19s.
Been a Welsh international since 2014, Nick Kenny, still only 23 years old. Doesn't look as though he's going to win this match now, but he's acquitted himself pretty well up there on the lakeside stage.
95. $100.
Oh, solid again from Durrant. Not on a finish yet, but he's keeping Kenny honest, as they say, keeping the pressure on. Great response. Tremendous. His 5th maximum. What a time to do it. Good last starts. So, 41 for Nick Kenny. Double 16 now. Oh, he's missed it. He has missed it. He's annoyed with himself, and he knows how significant that could be, because Durrant poised for 2-0.
This is for a break of throw. This is for 2-0 in the 4th leg of the match. Double 12 to move to within 1 leg of the match. Another chance at it. Down a lot. Yes.
Shot on the 2nd leg.
He can almost sense his place in the next round now, Glen Durrant, after that. And Nick Kenny, who was with him all the way in the early stages, had the early advantage, led Glen Durrant. But now Durrant, the #1 seed, is within touching distance of victory. Only 1 more leg required.
100.
Good to see the Beckhams in the audience.
I think that was Brad and
Was it Brad
Angelina.
Oh. 100. Indeed, yeah.
Nice to see them back together.
Darts can do wonderful things.
I think they honeymooned here at Lakeside.
140.
If you have.
That's 4.
100.
Still not on a finish. Durrant, if he can get a ton plus here, would be sitting pretty. That's the treble 20.
100.
Good dart.
I wonder who he's supporting. Wolfie Martin Adams, always popular here at Lakeside.
51.
So this is for the match, 161 for Glen Durrant. He's had a 167, remember, in the first leg of the match. 161, he can't do it this time. So Kenny will have the remote chance of that 170.
90.
Oh, good last start.
Nicky require 170.
Go on then. Yes. Yes. Bullseye for a 170.
128. Plenty requires
71 then. This is for the match once again now for Durrant. Good effort, incidentally, from Nick Kenny, who's, as I said earlier, acquitted himself so well. Oh, that's not clever. That's a 6. He's left himself on 65. Well, that's double 10 now with that treble 15.
51.
No, that was for the match.
Nicky require 42.
10 or 2? Which way does he want to go? Double 18 he's left. He likes the double 18. Double 9 to stay in the match. He's found it and he's enjoying himself.
Fair play. Stuck with it. Durrant looks as though he's going to win it. Kenny, though, hangs on in there. And now he's got the darts. There's his dad, looking a little more optimistic.
He's been in this position before, Glen Durrant.
60.
Missing match darts and getting involved in a bit of a close tussle. Missed match darts in the semi-final against Martin Adams in 2015, and again in the quarter-final against Scott Waits last year.
Scott won 9 out of the last 11 legs to squeeze him out in that match, 5-4. Tight match to kick off. Hope you're enjoying our action from the BDO Lakeside World Championships here on Channel 4. Susan, Glen's wife, with his dad in front. It's in the specs and the Middlesbrough hat. Fred.
100.
Glenn brings loads down from Middlesbrough every year. And Nick, as we mentioned, has brought about 20 from Cwmbran, including Kimberly, his girlfriend there.
So Durrant back now on 182. Kenny not on a finish, so he's got 6 darts from here, Durrant, for 3-1 and a 3-1 sets victory and a place in the second round. That's a brilliant first 2 darts. And a brilliant third dart. That's about as good as it gets. So this then is for the match, and he steps up now, needing double 16. The number 1 seed, Glenn Durrant from Ormsby, near Middlesbrough. Small adjustment, good marker. And there it is! Durrant takes it. Nick Kenny gave him a real run for his money, but Glenn Durrant continues his brilliant progress. Great year 2016, and now starting what he hopes is going to be his victory at the Lakeside 2017, and he starts it with a victory, taking the plaudits of the crowd. The family are happy, and he's beaten Nick Kenny by 3 sets to 1. Well played.
Well, with an average of just under 97, the favourite, the number 1 seed, Glenn Durrant, has come through a very spirited match against Nick Kenny.